The deity's head and hands are missing, severed as if by a sword. You can't tell if this was meant to be symbolic somehow, or a mere act of vandalism. As you take in its chiseled details, you have a vision. The statue comes to life and embraces you awkwardly with its broken arms. Unable to resist, you're flown away into an endless dark.
That shrine seems to have brought me here. What is this place?
The air is still and quiet in this strange place, but as you approach a mysterious figure in the distance, silence crowds your ears even more closely. The onyx eyes, three-layered crown, and feathered shoulders. You recognize her from the statues that stand tall in the desert sands. She is the goddess Solstice, greatest of the seven. Her tail is coiled demurely around her feet, her fingers tented, their tips lightly touching. She looks at you softly, affectionately, and begins to sing.
I called a hero from the chaff. I called her here to me. I called a hero from below, and she shall set us free.
The great god steps slowly toward you, her song flourishing to a crescendo as she approaches. Her fingers remain tented. Her tail relaxes and floats gently behind her.
Hear and heed my call, my love. Your hand is mine to hold. Hear and heed my call, my love. I've secrets to unfold.
She is close to you now, her great round eyes peering affectionately into your own. She cradles your face in her hand and continues to sing.
You are mine. You are my own. Your life belongs to me. You are mine. You are my own. My champion to be.
She smiles, raises her hand from your cheek, and brings it down hard across your face, leaving a stinging impression of her large hand.
If you are to be my champion, you mustn't be so easily seduced. I shudder to think I saved you from the roiling seas for nothing. Let this be a lesson to you. Those you trust the most can surprise you terribly. But I have chosen you to lead lizard kind out of the darkness, to usher in a new era for our proud people. And if you want to do so, you must remain aware, awake, attuned. For you will lead our kind back to divinity. You are my Godwoken. Let me show you.
Suddenly, a whirl of energy enters you. You feel it uncoil in great bands, expanding outward from your belly to the top of your head and tips of your toes. You feel perfected.
I have unlocked a great power within you. One only those like you can wield. You feel it, don't you? The rarity of this power. Its ability to create new worlds. or destroy them. I blessed the very water beneath your feet. Now you may wield that power for yourself. A first taste of things to come, for this is only the beginning. This is the task I lay before you. It isn't small, but it is yours to carry or to abandon. Over time, I will ask much of you, my champion. But for now, I ask little more than what you know in your heart must be done. Escape this place. Escape the grasp of those who would harm you. You matter. You above all others. Even those you may love. Good. But you must be wary and take heed. You know as well as I that there are other forces at play in this unfortunate world of ours. Your so-called friends may be aligned to the very powers who would see us destroyed.
She gestures to the battle below, where tremendous powers clash in endless violence.
A new era is upon us. Not only does man battle man, but God battles God as well. They who prevail will set the new order. We cannot fall to the bottom. I believe in you. I handpicked you among all my beloved kin, because I trusted that you would succeed if you chose it. You will protect us. I know it.
Deplorable surrounding for an agreeable conversation, but go ahead. Indeed. Solstice deemed you worthy of her attention, did she? That much, it seems, we have in common. But I do wonder, can a god be called a god still if they have to plead with another to assume the powers they seem to have lost? Of course I did. Only I'm not foolish enough to let it buy my loyalty. Nothing's changed but for our surroundings. We're still on an island, in dire need of making for the mainland. Perhaps we simply ought to hug the coast in search of a ship.
The ring just got tighter. A lot tighter. me and stay off. Careful now, that's a trap.
Douse the flames!
Well, that doesn't look ominous at all.
This gargoyle flares its lichenous nostrils as you draw near.
Master would be impressed.
This heat reminds me of home.
These skulls crumble to dust after one use.
The gargoyle taps one stony claw upon its plinth as it rasps a message to you.
Riddle me this, wanderer. How would mighty Brachus douse a man on fire?
Fire! It burns! It won't stop! I'm ready. Please, help! The flames will burn me forever! Fire! It burns! It won't stop! Get back! Brachus Rex has decreed none of you may approach him! prepare yourself. Please, help! The flames will burn me forever! Douse the flame!
Careful now, that's a trap.
Careful. I've spotted a trap. Careful now. That's a trap. Careful now. That's a trap.
The gargoyle stirs, the dust of millennia drifting from its pocked wings.
Many have come this way. Few have survived. I invite you to join them.
Careful. I've spotted a trap. Another skull crumbled to bits.
Another skull crumbled to bits.
The stony gaze of the gargoyle pins you to the spot as it spreads its wings before you.
You have earned your reward.
If your lizard empire still stands.
I need not wonder. The empire abides, never straying from its course. It is eternal as we. Verily, I say, lizards speak as I do, and my great house, the House of Trade, rules still. I don't doubt that fortunes wax and wane, but the Empire remains unchanging.
As you enter the room, you see 3 skeletons sitting around a table, cards in hand. They creak and turn to stare at you.
A beating heart. Does Brachus need us once more, jailer? Are we finally to be freed?
That door's been sealed for centuries, but now you're here to check on us?
Let it speak. Tell us, what news? Does Brachus still sit on the throne? What ruin has he brought to the land?
What care I of Brachus? Tell us, invasive flesh. Does the harlot Gratiana share his bed still? Does she still serve his wicked desires?
That witch, a priestess, is no more godly than the mites in my skull.
I've never seen a more treacherous smile than on her full, voluptuous lips.
Canst thou think of nothing else? How many centuries have I endured hearing you remember your conquests?
Hey, at least I didn't have to raise mine.
That was naught but a whisper on the wind. A vile rumor.
Oh, it coughs.
I will not sit by as it breathes thus. It mocks us with the very air passing twixt its lips.
The shambling creatures lay down their cards and push back their chairs.
Indeed, but we'll soon put an end to that. And then, freedom.
Right where I want you.
Thank you for
Farewell.
My death waits.
Farewell.
Careful! I spotted a trap. I heard something. Something seemed to move into place.
She looks at you with wet eyes and manages a wink before returning to her work.
Good.
Ah, you're back. I only... Precious wares, are they not?
The hooded man exudes a restrained menace that near matches your own. As he raises his head, the hood falls back, revealing the gleaming bone visage of an undead.
Be not frightened of me. Perhaps I can even offer some aid.
With a horrific rasp of bone scraping against bone, he bows low before you.
Call me Zalazgar. Naught else concerning me is yours to ask. My business is my own, and none of it yours. I only stock the best baubles. Precious wares, are they not?
Hello again, child. What brings you here?
She stops dead as you pull the jar out of your backpack. Her voice trembles as she speaks.
You entered the vault. Please, give that to me. Give it to me now. It matters not. All that matters is that you give it to me.
The birds are asleep. Moons in the sky. The seven watch over us. They're safe.
No. Stop. Wait.
She reaches up and tears off her mask, revealing a wet skull, stained by centuries. You stare into the empty eye sockets of the undead creature before you.
I have waited centuries, watching lives come and go, while my soul lies locked in a cage.
She reaches greedily for the jar, tearing the cap off. You see a green glowing light emerge from the jar, enveloping Gratiana.
By Armadia, I feel wet. Oh, goddess, I can feel your tears upon my face. Echoes of death. I suppose you deserve to know. Before I knew Armadia's grace, I was a very different person. I was the concubine of Brachus Rex, but more than his lover. I was his partner. I discovered his power to feed on the source of others, and I allowed it to... No, I made it happen. Not I. They are older than Brachus. Ancient relics from a bygone age. He uncovered them. I merely encouraged him to explore their promise. These weapons do not kill, but maim in the most horrible way. With them, you can steal the source of your enemies and make it your own. Yes, he drained the power of his enemies in battle, and then his political enemies at home, and then the slaves that displeased him. As his strength grew, so too did mine. There is nothing you cannot do when you sit on the lap of a powerful king. And I did it all. But power changes a man, as he changes his nation. Brachus grew paranoid, angry, murderous. I gave him more and more, trying to win him back to me. I offered him the source of whole villages. He devoured them and demanded more. The lands outside were once green and beautiful, until I came, until I turned them over to him. Now all's poison, and the dead are restless. Very well. My thanks again, child.
The birds are asleep. The moon's in the sky. The seven watch o'er us. Dead. So close your sweet eyes and rest where we head.
Make a stand. If I had a forge, I could do something. No, we don't have the time.
Smoke and screams. Echoes of death.